Hello. My name is Jani. Welcome to my channel. I am eating cookies because my daughter make these delicious uh, chocolate chips cookies with a cup of cold milk. Mm, so good. Welcome to my channel. This is a cross stitch channel. My name is Jani. I am a Mexican stitcher who loves stitching different designs. I love mirabillas. Right now I'm working in a lot of samplers. I'm, really obsessed with with samplers, and I've been stitching for more of 35 years, I guess. And yeah, I'm so glad you are here with me. Um, I haven't recorded a video in a couple of weeks, so I decided to record this video because I don't know about you, but for me, if I spend a lot of time without recording a video, it's getting difficult to record again. I'm starting to feel a little weird about recording, and a little strange. It's like the first time you record a Flosstube video, you are really nervous and you don't know what to say. And well, I never know what to say, but you know what I mean. It's really difficult to start, and when you stop recording videos, you feel a little bit like that. So I decided, you know what, I was not planning to record this video, but I said, Jani, please record the video, say hello to your friends, and I say okay. So yeah, I've been stitching in a couple of projects. This year the original plan was to stitch only on my whips. A whip, it's a work in progress, so I have many whips. Almost 100 whips, I might say. I'm not really sure. I don't count them. I love every one of them, but yeah, I'm one of those stitchers who has a lot of projects in process. And I know there are again a lot of stitchers who just work in one project at a time and then start a new one, but not me. I love to start new things. And I'm more like a process stitcher. I love, putting together my projects and the fabrics and the flosses, and many times I dye my own fabrics and prepare and dye my own flosses. And I love to make conversions and adding specialty stitches to my projects and change and personalize my stitchy pieces. So sometimes I don't know if all the designers like when you personalize their designs, but I honestly think that once you have, the pattern and the fabric and the flosses, it's part of the creative process that you have to stitch that project in particular, to have the freedom of change different things. And it's at the end, it's your project, and it's going to be an item that you are going to spend many hours. So you have to enjoy all the aspects of that project in particular. So I think you can have the freedom to change as many things as you want. And also, if you want to follow the exact instructions of the designer, that's also a way of stitching each project. So there are different methods and different schools and different ways of do our stitching. And I know sometimes it's different. For example, if we want to personalize a full coverage project as Heaven and Earth, it's not going to be possible because you have to follow, the chart and the instructions and the colors, because otherwise the result is not going to be, the result that you are seeing in the finished product. But for example, with samplers or even with mirabilias, you have that freedom. You can change colors in the dresses, you can change colors in the different motifs, you can create different borders in your sampler. I mean, you can do whatever you want. So I'm more, as I said, a process stitcher. I love all the aspect of putting together a project and changing the flosses, changing the fabrics, having an idea of what I want from that particular design. So yeah, everybody's different and we have different methods to stitch. And talking about stitching methods, sometimes I got answer about I got no I got questions about my stitching method. I stitch in hand without any hoop or frame, and I use the sewing method. This is that I put the needle and take the needle out from the fabric in one motion. So it's like a sewing method when you are, you know, sewing clothes. I guess that's the name. But for me, it's the easiest way of doing my cross stitch. And sometimes stitchers ask me, how do you manage to create or to stitch, you know, the crosses evenly, or, you know, specialty stitches without the use of a frame or a hoop? And it's difficult to explain. I have a few well, no, not a few, many videos, stitch with me videos, where I show through the magnification lens how I stitch. And it's difficult to put it in words the way I do it. And I try, it depends on the project and on the fabric and the type of design that you're stitching. But I usually, you know, place my left hand. I'm a right stitcher. I use my right hand, so I put my stitchy hand in the top of my fabric, and with my left hand I try to create this tension of the area where I'm going to stitch. I hold my fabric and try to put it, you know, between my fingers, and try to put it like not like exactly like a hoop, but, you know, with an uniform space where I can stitch, you know, with this sewing method. And it's not really difficult. I know it's a matter of practice, because for example, I try many years to stitch with a hoop or with a frame, and it was really tired for me to try to stitch with both hands and try to create this motion of put you know, placing the needle under my fabric and grab it in the top and then put it back and grab it again and then put it again up. It's something that I find amazing when I see videos or stitching with me videos where you are stitching with both hands and it's really fast, and how you know, do this movement. And it's something that I don't understand, and it's difficult for me to reply. And for me, it's easier to hold just my fabric with my left hand and stitch, you know, in this little space. So it's, again, it's difficult to explain, but we are trying to find our own method, and especially the method that we feel comfortable with. It's a matter of practice. For me, I start using hoops, and then I use the hoops, but or the Q-snap, but really loose the fabric, because I need that lack of tension, and I give the tension with my hand. And I reached a moment where I took when I took the hoop or the Q snap, and I didn't need it. I just have enough tension with my hand, and depends also of the fabric. For example, in this project, I am using Lugana. So Lugana has certain body, is not as thin as linen, and it's really easy for me to stitch. So yeah, I don't know if I make any sense, but yeah, that's my stitching method. And this is my project. I've been working on this chatelaine. This is Misty Morning Vineyard by Martina Weber, and I've been working on this beauty for the last month. Well, the month of May and June. So I need to finish the last corner, and I'm really really happy with the results. And again, you are evolving with your method, and I find that I'm stitching this project right now more freely. I have more freedom because I remember I was really really worried when I start stitching this, that I have to use the right stitches, the right color, the right placement of the stitching. And of course you have to do that especially with chatelaine designs. And I was really worried about it, and I check my chart, and then I check my flosses, and then I check the number of flosses that I have to use, and then in my fabric, and then in my chart again, and it was a little stressful. But right now I am trying to enjoy the process without getting so worried about the exact way that I have to stitch, that you're supposed to stitch this project. And because it's really, it's the same part 4 times, and you repeat the same motifs, I'm starting to copy. And perhaps if I have a mistake in one of the flowers or in one of the columns, I repeat the mistake in the other side, and I try not to worry much about it. And at the end, they look fine. I mean, they don't have to be exactly as the chart tell you that it had to be. But I prefer to enjoy this journey. So, and I think I'm even stitching faster that way. I mean, I'm trying to respect the general aspect of the design, but yeah, I giving myself permission to make some mistakes and changing, colors, and perhaps in one column you need to make a row stitch, and I'm making, an eyelet, and it's okay. It's okay. The result is going to be great. So yeah, I am working really really happy on this project. I close the corners, because in the original design these corners were open, but I decided to close them and add the back stitch and the crystals on the top. So yeah, personalizing my project and enjoyed it. And that's it. I guess it's okay. Perhaps I don't know if Martina would agree with this approach to her designs, but I feel so comfortable and so happy to be stitching a design by Martina, that I think it's okay to make this little modification and these little changes and these little errors, and that's okay. It's your project, enjoy it. And also this month I decided to join the cross stitch, the Camp Cross Stitch 2021, yeah, by Colorado Cross Stitch. So yeah, I decided to start a new project. This is by Victoria House Design. It's called All We Need Is Love. It's a lovely project, a little sampler. So I think, you know what, maybe I could finish this project on June. Let's see. These are the colors I'm using. CXC. These are very, very classical sampler colors. This golden yellow and these reds. It's so pretty. And I decided to use a fabric that I dye. uh, the fabric is the same as this sampler that I stitched from Hands Across the Sea. So it's the same piece of fabric, and I love it because I love how the golden yellows looks against this fabric. It's so pretty, and the reds really pop out. So yeah, it's very, very pretty. As always, the hand dye fabric looks different on camera, but believe me, it's really, really pretty. I love this project. So this is a project that um, inspired me because this is a design that was a gift from the designer. And it's amazing how, even though we were living across the world, I'm as a Mexican stitcher and she as a Russian designer, we're able to connect through this beautiful hobby, and I'm stitching one of her designs. So yeah, I was really, really inspired by this gift, and so I decided to start this. And it's a lovely little sampler. So hopefully I will finish this on June. let's let's see. And again, I will try to, even though I don't finish my Chatelaine on June, you know to have enough progress to continue, perhaps in July, finish it. We'll see. So yeah, this is my report for today. Thank you for being here with me, for stitching with me, or just listen to me. It has been a few days without talking, and I was missing you, stitchy friends. So yeah, have a great week. Happy stitching. Take care of yourselves, take care of your family, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.